Hey, it's Jude here, and today I'm going to be talking about what Brad likes to call the end of an era. We heard on the radio the other day when we were driving that they are no longer selling DVDs and CDs in Target and what was the other one? Best Buy?
Best Buy.
But that's crazy because like I grew up with CDs. I didn't grow up with like the, what are they called? Tape? Cassette players. I didn't grow up with those, but like I know what they were. Like we had one that you could like put a cassette in, but it was like more of a kid's toy. And then I had a Walkman as well, and Brad thankfully has his old Walkman, which is super cool for all you little younglings out there that don't know what a Walkman is. This is what a Walkman is. And you put your CD in it and you listen to it with your headphones and batteries and everything. So yeah, no, Walkmans were super cool, and it just seems so weird that we're no longer going to be selling CDs at like major stores. Like other stores obviously are still going to be selling them, but it's weird to think about a world that's slowly running out of CDs and DVDs, you know? It's kind of weird when you think about it. We're all becoming so electronically like dependent, and I feel so old. Like all the people that were born in like the 90s, I bet you we feel like way older than we actually are, because we've been through so much of a transformation from growing up in a time where like people had phones in their cars like attached to their car, and now we have like a phone in a watch or on a ring, or like I don't know, it's very strange. I do feel a lot older than I am because of it. I think it's like a nostalgic, would that be the right word? Where are you?
Nostalgic? Yeah, that'd be the right word.
Nostalgic? How did you say it?
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic. What did I say? Nostalgic?
Nostalgic.
So the weirdest thing, Brad told me that he used to sell batteries to kids at school, and I was so confused. I was like, why the hell would you sell batteries? Like, of all the things, selling batteries, like what are kids gonna use with batteries? And that's how we got on the topic of like the Walkman, because I was thinking, okay, well maybe you're selling them for kids to use them for their Walkman so that it doesn't die, and you know, you can listen to music all day, which I thought was really funny. And it's so strange how I don't know if it's our world, I guess, is changing so much, so fast, so quickly. And I don't know, I feel like so out of it. Like I was in like hermit mode for like 4 or 5 months, and I have no idea what's going on in the media. I honestly have no idea what's going on, you know, what's been happening. And it's not that it's important, but I just feel very left out, and like my little sister is so into all that, and it makes me feel old, and I'm only like a year and a bit older than her. So it's very strange to be like, when you're out of like all this younger media infused things, you kind of, I don't know, some people that it feels like the world revolves around that a lot of the time. And I'm not sure if that's like how life is always going to be like, because my mom is very much drawn to the whole like posting on Facebook and posting about her life, and like I think that our world is becoming more dependent on this internet, and there's not really going to be left any choice of if you don't want to be, like if you want to go off the grid, sooner or later that chance is going to like get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you're never going to actually be able to be truly off the grid. And that's kind of sad, because I always debate whether or not I should go off the grid, because I don't know, life and people aren't the greatest sometimes, but sometimes they are amazing, and you just gotta find them. So yeah. Also, it's funny, we had like these binders of DVDs, and like my dad would burn, if anyone knows that terminology, my dad would burn DVDs, like movies and TV shows, onto the discs for us to watch when we go on road trips and stuff. Like, I don't know, I feel like the younger generation growing up is missing out on so many things that were going on. And we used to have like the disc cleaner, and we had a PS2 that like if you wanted to play like PS1 games, you had to like jimmy the like CD out with like a special thing. And it's just really interesting. And in high school I got like a mixed CD with like Screamo on it. Like how funny is that? And nowadays it's more like, yo, send me a playlist or something like that, and it's totally different. It's so not personal anymore, and I miss the personal aspect of all of what was going on way back when. And that's kind of what I'm sad about today, because you can just magically make a friend on the internet in 2 seconds and just be like, yeah, they're my best friend. But you never actually met them in person. They could be like 1,000 miles away. They could actually not even speak your language, but yet you're best friends because of this internet. You know, back then you probably would never have ever talked to them or anyone, you know, outside of where you are. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm just amazed by the world and what we've accomplished and how far we've come and how far we're gonna go and all that great stuff. This is a binder of stuff. I bet most people know what this is. see, so my parents never really bought me like video games or Game Boys and handheld devices and stuff like that. So all we had was like the PS2, the PS3, and then now we have the PS4. So those were the only gaming systems we had ever. And my parents were like, oh, you can't play it unless it's raining outside. And even if it was raining outside, there was always something else to do. So yeah, I wasn't really always with the video games, but for any nerdy people out there, Brad says that this is something to show off.
It's one of them, that's for sure.
Why? What is it? What should it?
That is the original NES. That came out when I was...
Pretty cool.
I want to say 1989.
That was before
1988. Before you were born.
So I'm showing something that's before I was even born. Yeah. So that guys, this is not my age. This is his age. Okay, so we got this. What year did this come out?
1989, I believe, 1990.
I was born 1996, so 6 years later. And then this. Oh my god, okay, how many years are there in between these two?
Well, that one came out 1990, 1989. That one came out 2007.
So less than 30 years apart in technology. That's crazy that there's only like less than 30 years of technology in between these two. Look at this, like, oh, there's screws that I can see holding it together that are huge and rusted, and like, I just don't understand. Also, I have the iPhone 6s, which apparently right now is crappy because they've already come out with the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, and the iPhone X, so I'm a little far behind. Hopefully, if I get a nice paycheck soon, I'll be buying a new phone. But I remember my first phone was when I was in grade 6, and it was literally a brick phone, and you had to like tap the numbers, and that was the main thing, and then the letters would be underneath, and you have to like press it a whole bunch of times to get it to the number or letter that you want and send it like that, and it was crazy. And now it's like just so easy, and you can even talk to your phone and tell it to type for you, and that's like, that technology is like not 30 years apart, that's like less than 30 years apart. That's like even more insane. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave some comments down below for me to read. Leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe already. I will see you next time. Bye.